Do you know that in the Bible, Old Testament and New, there are barely 10 lines which speak about the devil, Satan, or Lucifer? There are, I think, a couple of lines speaking about Lucifer. There is probably one line making an inference that Lucifer is Satan. And of course, man's had his hand in that. There is no description of Satan at all as to what he looks like. But what's happened via Hollywood, via the magic, the witchcraft of the world, owned by the you-know-whos own Hollywood. They've owned the propaganda machine forever, and they tell you what they want you to believe about Satan, Lucifer, evil, and all the rest of that stuff. And then you'll see movies like, and now you belong to me. You know, Lucifer the devil, he's got long nails, he's got a red face, he's got a cock, pussy and tits, he's got a tail, he's got cloven feet. Oh, what really, where's that come from? Where did that come from? It came out of fiction, people. It came out of writings by certain people who used their imagination, what sounded, thought was evil. You know, let's have a look. What could be a depiction of evil? And so then they created stuff like that. But it makes no mention of that in any of the Bible. So you need to start thinking about that. And if you just go onto the internet and look up what it says about Lucifer in the Bible, and you'll see there's about 2 fucking lines, and then one of them loosely related to Satan. But then if you look into what Lucifer means, what the word etymology is, then you'll see that it's light, and light's eternal, and, you know, all the concepts we've got about eternity, and the light, and everything that comes out of light, the life comes out of light. What comes out of darkness? Death. Death resides in darkness, and all things go into darkness. Darkness is the realm where all life sprouts out of. Ironically, so darkness, you know, is necessary. It's just a thing. It's just like the sun rising and setting, the moon rising and setting throughout history, throughout all different cultures. The rising of the sun and the setting of the sun have been in battle with the rising and setting of the moon. Darkness is genuinely the realm of the moon, but not always, because it's a mythology. It's the same thing. It's mythology, people. It's always been about mythology. It's about light banishing the darkness and the insecurity of the darkness, because in the old days, when it was dark, bad things happened mostly. Because you get all different sorts of creatures preying on you. You couldn't see where you're stepping. You step on a serpent or a scorpion, or you fall down a hole or off a cliff. All these sorts of things. And so we became very afraid of the dark, for obvious reasons, because we don't fare well in the dark. We have not been designed to see in the dark for some curious reason. If God was, you know, so benevolent and beautiful and powerful, then you would have thought he would have given us 20 vision in light and dark. But no, he didn't. It didn't work like that. And so we have a weakness when it comes to darkness, people. We are afraid of it because we don't have the tools to deal with it, you see. And so then we praise the light, and we bask in the light because we can see and fend and defend ourselves. And then in the Bible it tells you that Lucifer is evil. Well, yeah, you just got to use your own mind now and again, people. And so all these concepts and notions and visions you've got of Lucifer being terrible and evil, and Satan being a monster, well, try finding those. Try finding them depictions in the Bible. You can't find them. You'll find them in stuff written, usually in the Dark Ages. People writing about heaven and hell through their imagination by candlelight, being terrified of the darkness all around them, being in the security of a little flickering candle with all the evil all around them. Then they'll start writing and scratching about evil and darkness and all the wicked monsters that lurk within. Yeah, it's all mythology, it's all human psyche, people, it's all consciousness. But there is something which is the creator of all things. It is incomprehensible, it is beyond human conception, always will be. And I suppose that's what makes it God, the unfathomability of it, the genius of it. So why don't we all just leave it at that? Huh? Instead of cursing your life, looking for truth.